trust the old Rossonero when he says that this has been the best week for every single Milan fan, because now we all have the same vision. We know where are the problems. The community before the final of Coppa Italia was like, oh, maybe we can keep Conceição for another season, give him the full pre-season going on, give him a little bit of mercato. At the end of the season, if we win, at the end of the day, if we win the Coppa Italia, it's not gonna be such a bad season. The last time that Milan won 2 trophies was back in 2003 with the Champions League, with the Coppa Italia. So why are you so pessimistic? Don't be there. Things are getting better. Full stop. That's what's happened with the finale of Coppa Italia, and that's what's happened with losing the last match against Roma. That is bringing back Milan to banter area, pretty much. Okay, so now we are all on the same page. Incredibly, the Milan fans, the Milan community, now we are all on the same page. We know where is the problem, because the problem last year wasn't Pioli. The problem the year before wasn't CDK. The problem the year before, it was, and is always will be with this kind of club and management, the problem will be the direction, the project. This is a project not to build in order to win trophies. This is a project built in order to demoralize the fans and just let them become numb, so they can still come to San Siro, they can still buy the seasonal tickets, they can still buy their merch, because that is the only thing that this club understands: the money. So when I say boycott, don't buy new jersey, don't give them few more money, because you're not giving money to the people in Vietnam. They're making the jersey. You're not giving the money to the family. You're giving money to those guys, and with those guys, because you buy the jersey, because you buy the new merch, they know that they are having their profit. And for that reason, they will keep doing it. They will keep milking the cow. Because also in Manchester United is happening something very similar. The stadium is always full. The merch is always sell out. Nobody ever thought like boycott. I don't know if they ever thought, if they wanted to do it. I don't know. I'm not a United fan. I don't really care. Okay, this is Milan. This is the team that we love. This is the 7-time European Champions League. This is a 19 times Italian winner. And after, I don't even know where to put these words anymore, because their project is de-Milanize the fans, de-Italianize the club, that we grow up loving it. And guess what? Boban said, that the words from Boban was like, for them, the fans, the passionate fans, are a problem. For the club, the passionate fans are the problem. So that's why they are trying to remove everything that we believe a little bit. They're literally taking my concept of old Rossonero of belief. They are trying to take it and crash it as much as you want, as much as they can. It's horrible. It's a horror show. It's horrible. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be excited this week. If I'm gonna be excited, guys, because in the next few days, Milan is about to announce. I'm getting my popcorn ready. But in the next few days, Milan is gonna be announcing the new jersey. Because on Sunday, I think, Saturday and Sunday, Milan is gonna be playing the last match in San Siro, in Monza. And I will be curious to see a few things. First of all, the announcement of the new jersey, because Milan is going to be playing with the new jersey, and I want to see the announcement on their every platform of social media. I want to see the name of Paolo Maldini. I want to see the words of boycott. I want to see fire on those social media. Not that they care about that, of course. They care about the interaction. So in theory, we should need not even give them the interaction of the comments, but that's I think it's good that we all have the same vision. So I think today I spent the 10 minutes putting like on every single comments that I saw after the defeat in against Bologna or Roma, whatever it was. I'm getting my popcorn ready, guys, because I'm curious to see what is gonna the words of Conceição. Guys, get your popcorn ready, because those are gonna be bombs. Those are gonna be crazy words, because Conceição he wanted to say something about the club since February. He said at the end I will tell everything. We pretty much are sure that Conceição is gonna be the last match. He's not gonna be even in the on the bench because he got a red card against Roma, but he's gonna have the final words. And I'm ready for the explosion. I wanna hear as much as possible. Please, Conceição, say something to let understand that this club is being completely a completely failure. They completely isolate you. They never shield you. They never help you out. Please, this is the moment that everything has to go wrong in a way to rebuild. The problem is not gonna be rebuilt because after a season like this, apparently nobody's gonna get fired. Nobody's gonna change. Nothing is gonna change. Maldini got fired after bringing Milan in semi-final of Champions League. This guy, they're bringing Milan back to banter area, selling very mature TG Renders, Teo Hernandez, not renewing our best player, blah blah blah. Pretty much literally dragging us back to banter area. And everyone is gonna be confirmed. Now they have this clown show of the sport director. Now they have this clown show of the sport director that it took 3 months. End of January, Febbraio, Marzio, Aprile, 3 months and a half. We are almost in June. Today is the what? 20 of May. And we came back with Igli Tare, a sport director that didn't have a job until it's not top manager. It's clearly not top sport director, because otherwise he will be working for a club. He was without work, and specifically they were looking for a sport director that is not gonna say anything against the club. And his name is Igli Tare. Now, Tare, it was a name already selected by Cardinale Ibrahimovic back in January. I don't know why it took way so long to confirm him. This is the news. Maybe tomorrow some news are coming out to say, no, actually Igli Tare is not here anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's not the real name anymore. But today, few big names of calciomercato came up with his name. So it might be him. That is probably one of the worst jobs in the world, because the reality is, who wants to work with Milan right now? Probably not the worst. Probably the worst is the coach of Milan right now. But not even that. I think the worst one is us, because we have to watch this show of incompetence. Igli Tare is gonna be a sport director that used to work with Lotito at Lazio. Lotito, it is a president that has a huge ego, and it doesn't really matter what you think. You do whatever I say. So that's why Igli Tare. And if you see the thumbnail with Furlani and Igli Tare saying, you are completely free, you are welcome to Milan. I don't know where he's gonna get the courage, Igli Tare, to come in this hell. I wish him, honestly, very honestly, guys, let's be real. We, all the Rossoneri, we wish him the best, because it's not gonna be easy to work in this environment. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be under so much pressure from the fans and from the club. This is gonna be. I wish him really the best. Remember the color of the hair that he has now, because later it's gonna become. I think in 3 months it's gonna become white. But the good thing is, let's be a little bit positive over this, is that Igli Tare probably has a little bit more experience on the players, so hopefully it's not coming back with players that we give like Morata, like the Okafor, like the Emerson Royal, like the Loftus-Cheek, like the Musa, okay? Hopefully he's gonna have a little bit more interest, and I hope that he can bring a little bit of Italians, but as we know, he's not gonna have much of a power, because the reason why it took so long for Milan to find a sport director is because, first of all, nobody want to play here. Why nobody wanna stay in Milan? Because simply you have managers that they wanna make sure that you do exactly what they say. They give you borders, they give you deadline, they give you a budget that somehow you have to find a square, okay? And for Igli Tare, yes, he can do whatever he wants as long as he respects what Furlani tell him. So that's why the thumbnail is like this. You are completely free as long as you do whatever we say. That's what it is, guys. So I'm really excited, guys, to see what is gonna happen if eventually Igli Tare. It's I'm just waiting. I'm literally just waiting. Not really for the finale. My season was over already. Personally, on this channel, we stopped talking about. I mean, we always do post-match reaction. Of course, we love it. We always talk about football because that's how the channel actually started, about talking about football. That's what we fell in love. That's what the core business of Milan it should be. If you don't following the core business, what are you doing? Okay, it's like buying a restaurant and say from tomorrow we start selling jersey. And it's like, what about the menu? No, the menu, you know what? Instead of buying top quality beef, instead of buying top quality pasta, instead of taking top chef and sommeliers and try to make the whole restaurant become important, that doesn't really matter as long as people put a like on our page, as long as people buy the jersey, as long as people come to see they take picture in our restaurants. But the quality of the food is horrible. It doesn't matter. But who's gonna go complain? Well, the customer. The customer are gonna complain. The fans are gonna complain. But that's okay, because anyway, look, we have the balance is in order. We don't have any debts. We are buying a new restaurant, bigger restaurant, a new stadium. And then guess what? Slowly, the restaurant goes down and become a restaurant for tourists. It makes all sense. And that's why the passionate fans, the one that really want to have the good food, the good steak, the good pasta, the good this, the good that, they're not going there anymore. Because they know that that's a joke, it's not like before. And it's not going in a good direction, it's going to a worse direction. And the things that we all fall in love following the Rossoneri, because they were dominating in Europe, playing the best football. That was the idea of Berlusconi, dominating in football. Not just winning 1-0, smashing Barcelona in the final 4-0. That's the AC Milan way. But this is the show, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is it. The old Rossonero had to tell you what he think about what is going on. The vecchio cuore, Rossonero. Let me know, guys, what do you think? I always read the comments. I'm curious to know what you think. Ciao.